All right. When Elon Musk speaks, especially these days, people tend to listen because the guy is like, he just polarizes, sometimes the attention because what he says sometimes makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm going to share with you what he said about where the economy is headed towards because it had something that may have, a good thing, coming out of this for a stock like AMC and especially people holding AMC stock. So, sharing exactly, the details, that he shared on Twitter. Why Elon Musk welcomes a US recession, bankruptcies to happen. So just stopping there already, you you can wonder, you can help it, but wonder, okay, the bankruptcies he's referring to, can they possibly happen for people that are on the wrong side of the AMC trade or the AMC play right now? You kind of see what I'm going with this? No? Okay, let's continue. He said that his economy, the U.S. economy, is in for rude awakening. He also said that working from home has made Americans lazy. But this is the right, transcription of exactly what he said. Somebody asked Zach from Twitter, "Do you still think we're approaching a recession?" Elon responded, "Yes, but it's actually a good thing because it has been raining money on fools for too long. Some bankruptcies need to happen. Also, all the COVID stay at home stuff has tricked people into thinking that you don't actually need to work hard. Rude awakening inbound." Well, what is really interesting here for us is this right here. Yes, but it's actually a good thing. It has been raining money on fools for too long. Some bankruptcies need to happen. And I think you can interpret this in two manners. The first is, well, stimulus check. Money coming from federal government about stimulating the economy, supporting people when we were in lockdown, etc., etc., etc. But you can also see this another way. 0% interest rate, because that was also part of the stimulus, all right? And now that it's changing, it means people have been using this, people with the right resources have been using this as, a tool, like, short sellers getting money 0%, easy money for them to actually short companies. And that's why, we've been seeing stuff like happening in AMC and GameStop and a bunch of other companies. Because why in the heck, everything happening in AMC is not happening with Cinemark? Both industries, AMC is a leader, but why are we not seeing that? People will say, yeah, the debt and everything, but they don't talk about the obvious. Millions of people buying and holding, but the share price keeps tanking. Why? Because there's somebody else behind the scenes in the dark doing some shitty things. And they were able to do that based on this lot of money raining on fools. People using this tool that was used to support the economy around 0% interest rates, actually now to do what it's in their favor. And I believe the short sellers in AMC falls under this category because some bankruptcies need to happen. And they have been happening. We've heard from a bunch of hedge funds this year, by the end of this year, and I believe it's not gonna be the end, because these guys, especially the little ones, especially the short guys, the short sellers, the small companies that took a bet because they were just taking advantage of a market fever, the market panic, because when everything is selling down, it's easier for the short sellers to make money. So these are kind of bets, but now it doesn't make sense. And I believe the next quarter or the two next quarters, but definitely this year, is going to be a very, very, very interesting year for AMC because they're on the way back to profitability. And with everything else coming, we all know that, well, it's not going to be, it's the right time to be a short seller, especially if you are not a big one. But we don't even want the big one to start falling first. We want the smaller ones to start falling, because as soon as they start filing bankruptcy, as soon as they start returning the money and doing the exact same thing as Melvin Capital did, that's when we start winning. And we need to have that domino effect, which I believe already started, or is gonna enter full effect very soon. Because when these guys, the little ones, are starting to falling, that's when the huge wave of FOMO, buying pressure, etc., 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 gamma squeeze, short squeeze, etc., etc., start to happen in order to catch up with the big dogs, with the big fishes. And when that happens, it's game over, and everybody collect attendees. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But I think, yeah, something worth tracking.